Well, hello and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. And on the Jingliu request. At first, I need to spend some power. Alright. Let's do this, shall we? Does anyone have her? We can just use her straight up. Yep. Alright.
Gather as one. Lance forward. Blade of moonlight. In lunar flame. Human creations.
Savor it for me. Your end approaches.
Alright, that'll do. Nice. Alright. Let's see, use ultimate deal final blow. Daily mission. Being Human 101. Talk to Gun and become a distinguished teacher. Gun, the founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, comes to you. He wants you to teach a special student. They are going to teach you some unique lessons. So before I taught her how to binge watch
It's getting late.
all the
Where
TV
to
shows.
Plain and simple rules that...
Yeah, whatever. Do you still need me to teach Sheila today?
Judging from Sheila's performance yesterday, I don't think it was good enough. Of course, I appreciate your hard work. But she is an android after all. I don't want to see her go astray and do anything harmful to human beings. I reset her memory from yesterday.
Oh, nah, oh man.
Today she is a blank slate. What she will learn today is up to you. Please continue to be her teacher today and tell her a bit more about how to navigate our world.
What happens if I make her go the exact same route?
Hi there. Do you need help?
Gun made me your teacher. Mr. Gun. Okay, miss. Please teach me. Although I have mastered a lot of advanced knowledge, there's still a big gap between me and ordinary humans. I want to be a real human, like everyone else. Alright, tell me what your dream is. What do you want to learn? And tell me what your dream is. Dream? In the dictionary entry for this world, it is defined as a word that radiates the dazzling light of a star. Wait, what? But my dream is very ordinary. Far from being dazzling, I just want to be a human being who can be accepted by everyone. But you are an android after all. I know. In the physical sense, I can never become a real human. But I want to be accepted and liked. I want to be the kind of person on whom others can place their hopes. I want people to like me. What are their expectations for you? Then what kind of person do you want to become? Yeah, what are the expectations for you? Yes, I always remember, I am an android, but everyone has always had high expectations for me. I can't disappoint them. I remember that researcher from other departments wants me to expand my scope to work to cover their fields, and I also remember how Mr. Gunn wants me to not be led astray. I remember these things.
Tell her she should be herself.
Be myself? How do I do that? Listen to your heart, follow your dream. This is what some search results suggest. Let me try. Reviewing curriculum. Learning in progress. Please do not disturb. Cascade, thank you for your guidance. I found records of people's private life that they uploaded to the virtual network. Despite the little useful information I found, I'm still very intrigued to explore the outside world. If I got the chance, I'd go to other planets and use my steps to measure how big those worlds are. I want to feel the sensation of wind and sand brushing past my face. As for my life now, I don't see the need to continue living it. It's so boring. I might as well discard it altogether. The world outside is so big, and I really should go out and have a look, right? I should start packing now. I get the feeling you've been led astray. No, if you didn't give me this opportunity to explore who I really am, I wouldn't realize that freedom is such a precious thing, and I wouldn't have the opportunity to see how big the outside world is. Mr. Gunn said that when the lesson is finished, he would like to have a word with you. As for me, I'm going to pack my stuff and get ready to leave.
Okay. Well, better start running.
Hello!
There seems to be some new...
Reporting the results of Sheila's studies.
It's a little different from what I expected. Should I back this up before resetting the data? Alas, I am old and useless now. Look at me. I almost forgot. Thank you for teaching Sheila how to act like a human. You've been working hard all day. Here's a little token of my appreciation. You can take it as a gift from Sheila.
From Sheila? No, well, damn it. Alright. I can do this. I could use this. Eventually I'll get it. Anywho. Ethereum Wars. Gift of the Odyssey, of course. Aptitude Showcase Companion Mission. Alright. Clouds leave no trace. A letter was delivered to the Express, proposing a reunion of old acquaintances, but the intention was indeterminable. Says the High Cloud Quintet. Maybe we'll learn a bit more about them. Let's talk to Pom Pom first. Hey Pom Pom. Cascade. How's my Trailblaze level?
Flame.
I'm back. No eating on the couch. No footprints on Pom Pom's freshly mopped floor. No. What about no passengers on the express? You have too many rules.
Yeah, what about no passengers on the express?
No passengers on the express. No passengers on the train. What kind of train is that? There are more and more passengers on the train now. There are all sorts around. Pom Pom is not talking about you. Not every passenger is as well behaved and sensible as you. Pom Pom is thinking, as the conductor, Pom Pom needs to strengthen my control of the train, which requires knowledge of management.
Oh, gonna take a business class?
Cascade, I heard from March 7th that Bellabog is a big city and know the bigwigs there, and you know the bigwigs there. Some of them must be proficient in management. Do you have any recommendations for candidates? I would recommend the Overworlds. I would recommend the Underworld. Yep. Underworld. Hook. Yes. As expected, you have met many new friends in Bellamog. I would like to trouble you to reach out for advice for me. Inquire from Hook. She's still at this fence gate.
It's getting late. Where to now?
She's just standing there the entire time.
Now, where should I venture today?
Oh, we meet again. How can I help you, honorary member?
Please give me some management advice.
Management? You've come to the right person. Remembering every member in the malls, bringing everyone to eat delicious food, and having fun together, and conducting regular big adventures. That's how you become the boss of the malls. Am I amazing or what? Ordinary people can't do it.
So I eat delicious food and have lots of fun conducting big adventures. Ah, that's right. Pom Pom, start adventuring. Cascade, got the news. Cascade, tell Pom Pom what advice you got. Tell Pom Pom the management advice. Oh, Pom Pom gets it, but Pom Pom is not sure. Advice from the master of management is truly deep. Pom Pom still has a long way to go to develop a code of conduct for the Express. Alright.
Is there anyone else on the train? Ah, Arlen.
Oh well. We're gonna get Jingliu now. So let's do this. What's this? Huh. Anyway. A letter quietly lies on the table in the passenger car. Judging from its texture and style, it's from the Shenzhou. On the paper, the names of the sender and recipient are all omitted, with only a faint trace of dim ink vaguely visible. Let's open it. You unfold the letter, and the ink immediately becomes visible. It's as if an invisible hand holds the pen like a sword, making swift, decisive strokes. After a moment, the content regains its original appearance. A letter of unknown origin. I have learned of your return to your home, how you upended the ancient seas and saved the world from danger. I am sure this has recovered your forgotten memories, in accordance with our old vow. We should once again roam our lands of past, drink in celebration, and recount our great adventures.
Upend the ancient sea and return to old ground. It's a letter for Dan Heng, but who is it from? I should ask the conductor.
Yes.
A letter of unknown origin. Its penmanship is like swordplay, strokes unrestrained. Clouds leave no trace. Hey, Pom Pom!
Heave ho! Heave ho!
What's he doing?
Huh? Trailblazer, do you need help with something?
Oh, it doing. I'm not sure that's gender. Or if it even has a gender. There's a letter from on the table. Who sent the letter? Yeah, who sent the letter?
Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this whole time and didn't see any letters.
This is creepy. Did someone sneak onto the express? Yeah, this is creepy.
What? Huh? Don't scare Pom-Pom like that! Why are there always strange things sneaking onto our train? Pom-Pom is going to upgrade the security level around here.
Yeah, who's in charge of security?
What does the letter say?
Hand the letter over to Pom Pom.
It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it? Does Dan Heng have any friends on the Law Fu?
Yeah, even Pom Pom
If
knows it's
Pom-Pom
from Dan
remembers
to Dan
correctly,
Heng.
He said he was exiled from there, right?
Yes. Friends? Jingyuan? Enemies? Blade? Yeah, Blade?
I highly doubt Dan Heng's enemy would send an invitation letter.
Why not?
Why don't you show Dan Heng the letter? You know where to find him.
Archives.
I'm certain that no one entered this car. So who delivered the letter? Oh, this is giving me the shivers.
Oh yeah, after I do this, I'll explore the new area. I wonder if Himiko's actually down there. Oh, where is Welt? March should be down there as well. The new area in Bellabog, yeah. Hello, Adan Mahang.
What is it? Do you need something?
There's a letter for you. Someone's inviting you to return to old ground. Yeah.
There's no signature, and it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them.
What, because you do remember but you're not going? Why so serious? Do you need any help? Could it be Blade? Yeah.
The handwriting does seem like that of a swordmaster, but Blade would have gotten straight to the point.
Well, just say done.
It's an invitation, all right, but this is too mysterious to be him. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care.
I'll play as him now. The appearance of this letter makes you feel uneasy. You evoke the cloud hymn, and a droplet of water condenses from the air and soaks into the letter. The handwriting disappears, and another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. And another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting her leave first was a wise choice. I can't put her in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of Divine Foresight. I need to ask Jingyuan about the Stellaron hunters.
Oh. Well, good thing I'm bringing Blade along. Challenge. Must include Jingliu. Oh, okay. Destruction. Well, let's get to destruction. Destructing. Yeah. Alright, start challenge. Oh. Like going under the blue sky. Absolutely maxed out. Well, they actually max out these characters. Okay. Ruslan Arena. No Eidolon. That's fine.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days.
How come she seems to have kept her sanity?
However, I never thought Jingliu would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Huh?
It's Dan Heng. Wonder if he remembers her.
I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Don Hung.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Oh, it says both lines.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100 years' salary if they like.
That won't be necessary. I'm here about something else.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the general about the Stellaron hunters.
You came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung, do you recognize the person on the steps?
Nope. I think so. No.
No. If the general isn't available, I'll come back another day.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jingliu,
Don't
the
tell me.
previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune,
Cool
your
story, bro.
previous incarnation.
I'm out of here.
She was also the general's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazin, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jingliu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jingliu actually agreed. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jingliu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Jing-Tu suddenly stops talking. Like her, you perceive a chill settling in the air around you.
Imbibitor Lune, you're here.
That's not me.
Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Don Hung.
Uh-oh. Why, this shot is very, I don't know. I lose a lot of frames in here. Maybe it's the window. Yeah, it's the window.
Master Don Hung, she's asking for you specifically.
Nope.
Be careful. Don't underestimate her.
Can't I just leave? Dan Feng is no more. These frames, man, shit. My game's fine. It's just the recording is choppy as shit.
When I left the Xianzhou,
I think it's the
I
stars
heard
or
they
some
took
shit.
away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the shackling prison.
So I rebirthed in the prison.
I thought Imbibitor Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
Sight? But you have a blindfold on. Do I know you? I remember you, but barely. My past life is over. Yep. I'm a Vidyadhara. Past life is over.
The life of Imbibitor Lunae ended. I stand before you, a completely different person.
I understand. The sins of a past life should be forgiven after rebirth. Now you are a nameless, traveling across the galaxy. But can anyone really bid farewell to their past?
Yes.
If my guess
Especially
is correct,
when they don't remember it.
the preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end and hoped for the Imbibitor Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth and turned you into what you are now.
Do you also wish to restore the High Elder succession? You want to take Imbibitor Lunae... You want to make Imbibitor Lunae pay for what they've done? Tell me why you're here. Yeah, tell me why you're here. Just get straight to the point. Or... just ask her a question and maybe we can get a bonus answer.
So, you also wish to restore the High Elder succession, just like the preceptors.
I have no intention of meddling in such things. That is the business of the Vidyadhara. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends and to fulfill promises I made long ago.
Promises? What promises?
Jingliu has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
She sounds very tired. In the meantime, finally we're out of there.
The sea's depths
Oh, shit,
conceal
the armor.
no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
Security?
For security purposes. I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
No, it's a shackling
The
prison security.
Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
Yes.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Luofu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Is he after Heliobi?
Merely a
Heliobi?
wanderer. You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
I don't know those places. Tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Luofu you ever lay eyes on.
Well, is he gonna exile him too?
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the General. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard.
Well, there's 2 other guys staying
You
behind
wish
you.
to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jingliu.
Of course. Meanwhile, in the seat of Divine Foresight, I would be quite interested to know as well.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae,
If she is stricken
you
with Mara,
must
how come she's,
accompany me.
you know,
I won't take no
so
for
lucid?
an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Other than the voice, I mean.
Lead the way.
She sounds like she's half
Where
asleep.
should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
Alright.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
Shit is over 1,000 years old, huh?
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Well, you did say Stargazer Navalia.
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Hung, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Hung.
Bai Hung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
High Cloud Quintet. Bai Hung. Pilot. The concept of flight holds no memories for you. In your previous life of nobility, you were spared the task of taking the helm. As an unnamed traveler in this life, you have not yet come into contact with a starskiff. Yet there is a voice, inexplicably echoing in your ears, becoming agitated in the midst of the howling wind.
The starskiff won't hold much longer. High Elder, catch us before it falls apart!
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I only remember fragments. I can't remember anything. Yep. Shit all.
I can't remember anything.
But you've learned how to lie.
Of course.
Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me.
Oh, why don't you talk to...
I don't know
Can't remember
anything
his
about
name.
manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard.
The moon shines on the truth.
Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
Might as well fight.
Later moonlight. It's time.
Converge and awaken!
Ablation.
The Mara struck his heel.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Alright. I don't think I need to
The moon
continue.
shines on the truth.
Let's do this. Let's get out of here.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here.
Okay.
Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the General forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? And I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
So she's not actually an ace pilot.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the
just
jaws
like Pardo.
of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few star skiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would
So she
sure
jinxed
enough
everything.
come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope
see.
that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Before long, the Starskiff assembly line started operating.
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Alright.
Thank you, young man.
Yeah, a lot of moon paraphernalia. Oh well.
See, the Starskiff is complete.
Time to trash it.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Bai Hung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her.
Well, she died.
In Bibiter Lunae, do you still remember the battle against Shu-Hu?
Shu? Who? It was a bloody battle against the denizens of abundance. Dan Feng fought in that battle. I can't remember any of it. Nope. Can't remember shit.
I can't remember anything.
Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Bai Hung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by
So
the
she ran out of
Rainbow
luck.
Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shu-Hu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in Bibiter Lunae. You couldn't accept that Bai Hung was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone.
He did the Full Metal Alchemist thing. Transmutated human.
There is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lune. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this star skiff.
Hacha!
Bai Hung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person.
By him?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it.
I mean, Blade?
Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed.
Nightmares?
I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky.
What?
Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next.
Oh, this is about Blade, isn't it? The Forge. Pretty sure it still has a heliobi inside.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
Wait, she sniffed that
The
out?
crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line.
Yeah, I
until
can't remember his name
reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Xianzhou's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
Yes.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign.
Yao Qing's
The Cloud
campaign.
Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
Yes.
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
So I could talk.
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you?
No.
The moon shines on the truth.
Guess I gotta fight.
Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
you never forgot.
Together as one.
Nowhere to run. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Don't
You're
get
fast, he is.
anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world. The moon shines on the truth.
How do you leave this guy?
This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae. Do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Ice it through and awaken.
Your end approaches.
He doesn't know where his spear came from.
Savor it for me. Immortality means forever.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Fail to set you.
Wait, what? That triggers blade
All
sting?
will be revealed.
This also triggers blade thing.
It's time.
I will dispatch you.
Nowhere to run.
Okay, it's all allies.
A miracle.
Stand down.
A quick divination. Yin and yang.
A blade knows no mercy. Fail to set you.
I'm on guard. Tedious. Blade of moonlight. You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunae's.
Really?
Combat
Didn't seem that
is
powerful,
like
though.
smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
Who's arrogant and who's proud? Yingxing. Try hard to remember. The name of that person flutters at the edge of your thoughts like a leaf in the wind, but remains elusive and unclear.
I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the end of time. I will let all of the Xianzhou know that a brief moment of my life is worth more than their long and meaningless lives.
Is he proud or is he arrogant? Only arrogant.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature, but when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master.
Furnace Master.
Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission.
Well, he would die pretty soon, that's why.
He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
It makes sense. He won't live long enough to take care of the Artisanship Commission. Well, he won. He left the dude.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
Making fun of him.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
It's Blade. Spawn.
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
Yeah. He's still alive. He became a long-life species. Yeah, he's still alive. I have no idea who he is.
Yingxing is still alive?
Of course he's still alive. But he might be better off dead. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid
Abundance
in
Emanator.
Lune in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
Yes.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
Second chance? What do you mean a second chance?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is. Alright. Meanwhile, in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall, Scale Gorge Waterscape.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the Abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance.
Yes.
The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered
Returned from the Mara.
a solution.
Discovered a solution. She can defeat Yaoshi.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
Zoom in.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to
Stand
avail
before the six
yourself of the
generals.
Ten Lords' decree to enter
Even
Shu
the
Ling
Marshal.
and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And
Jing wants
the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan.
just walking in here.
The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
In the meantime, it's Chi-Chi.
Order's already been
That's finally-
restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Yes. I guess. Hello, Balu. So small.
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
I'm not here for a checkup. She's here for a consultation. Yeah, I'm not here for a checkup.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
Both.
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look.
Translucent worms. Balu is taking someone's pulse.
Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute?
She did.
Your friend here has a very peculiar condition.
Yeah, friend is putting it
Pulse is
lightly.
extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she...
She won't live much longer. There's no cure.
There's no cure.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Decline respectfully, not decline directly.
She's a criminal. That's up to the Cloud Knights and the Ten Lords Commission.
Yes.
Oh, talk about not judging a book by its cover. She looks so kind and elegant. How could she be a criminal? Not my concern.
Meh.
I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me.
Just to warm up her
Prescribe
body
some
temperature.
soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but it'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Tanhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
And that means you too, Yanqing.
No trouble at all.
What?
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
Ah. I can smell the herbs. It's around here somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Hey! Give me back my medicine box!
The moonshine moment truth.
That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
Look at her chasing after it.
There's an even bigger monster protecting this one! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
Kind of like the opposite of Kevin.
Soon to be departed.
Kevin. Kaslana.
All will be revealed.
So this is why your hands are so cold!
Lunar flame.
Apparently.
Later moonlight.
This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand! A quick divination. Converge and awaken!
On guard.
these human creations.
That paradise may be unreached. Savor it for me.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
You impede your end approaches. Fail to send you.
Stand down. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Later moonlight.
Exhaustion.
All right, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long.
Head back. She's right here. She's been with you the entire time. What are you doing just standing here, huh?
Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations.
Yeah.
You don't seem to have any of that.
Are you sure you're Mara struck?
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit. And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void.
So maybe she made the deal with
your
Lorcha.
advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment. And the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
Went to see her.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
Everything's in place. Did she also send him an invitation? Here they come. Blade's been waiting. I mean, don't know who that guy is. Yep.
Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
How to be a 4-star Dan Heng mean? You don't.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years.
Well, there's just 4 of us.
If I remember
Maybe if you brought Barley
correctly,
here.
the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink.
Am I tripping? Is there actually a 5th person here?
That Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn,
In my
while others were denied death.
recording
Some have become criminals,
recording software is struggling.
while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Which 3?
Imbibitor Lunae,
Okay.
the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen.
Told you I'm not him.
Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination.
And the last one is yourself.
As for Jingliu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath.
Well, she succumbed tomorrow, so.
Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany
No,
you
you're doing
in
the
your
Trailblazer
path
first.
forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye.
There. Now I won't feel out of place. Hey, Blade, how you going? How you going? Blade coldly looks at you. Not gonna say anything? Blade coldly looks at you. Alright, fine. Which guy's talking about? Oh, because she's so short.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion.
Well, you didn't tell anyone to bring wine.
Is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-like reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Deca-like reflection barrier.
Jingliu, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Victory?
Then I shall see this gamble through.
I don't get what they're trying to do.
Wait. Jingliu,
Trying to
before you leave,
appear
you
before the
still
Marshal.
owe me my due.
What, you want to die again?
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
Oh, so technically is
He
it
did.
emanator of abundance?
But you still owe me the attempt.
The attempt. Alright. Go for it.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long
She
for
wants
life,
to fight someone who wants to fight
who
back.
wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent.
I'll fight back.
Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
By trying to kill you.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death. We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Cienjo lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Oh, he got taken down.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying,
Why?
Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten?
Man, they must have really liked Bioham.
In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away. Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Okay, I feel like I was trying to play a music there, but I'm not sure what I was trying to do in the end. Hello, you okay now? I guess so. Everyone's here. Jingliu.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
I'm not sure on the Astro Express. I'm going to return to the Express. I haven't thought it through yet. I'm gonna return to the Express. It's like I just want to see what it was all about, and then just got dragged into all this bullshit. Going back home.
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lunae.
But damn it, my name's Dan Hung. Hey Blade, how you doing?
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it.
Well, don't say she told you so. Blade, I
We
clearly
have no
looks at you.
choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
Pursuit of what? Just give up. If you wish, I will see it through. No, just give up.
Neither of us can end the other's life. Just give up.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Cool story, bruh. Yanqing.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today.
Oh? He's just trying to protect you. What, do you have like a medicine for that to actually make yourself forget everything?
I understand.
Or maybe they
These
are.
disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
Yes, I have to go.
Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
Doubtful. But okay. Hey, Jingliu.
She's gone.
Where'd she go?
This must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another.
Should I be responsible for Dan Feng's actions? I'm gonna say no, but sure.
Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth.
I have to go.
Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
New message. The Astro Express family. Is everything okay, Dan Heng? Cascade and I heard you received an anonymous letter, and we were worried, so we came to check on you. But you weren't in the archives. Did that poker-faced Stellaron Hunter Blade give you any trouble again? I'm okay. I went to meet some old friends. I've thrown away the letter. Yes. That's his past life. Don't worry. I've gotten rid of that letter. Phew. That's a relief then. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Himiko said she made coffee for us. Oh, wait, what? Doesn't that mean that I should stay away? Okay. Bent, but I'm broken. Okay, no visitor verification. I think it's because it means that Jingliu is actually dead. Yeah, this is a bit weird. She just gone the banner. Oh, people just getting a dead person, I guess. Nah, he's Himiko and Welt. No one here but Fjord. Anyway, I've got to go to let's see, Star Rail map, Yarilo 6. This new area. Pillars of Creation. Yes. Didn't realize it was so small. What's actually here anyway? 3 out of 5, that means 2 more chests. This is a very small place. Does this lag shit? Nope. Guess not really much of any particle effects. Might be a 3D image. At least 2.5D. Hey, how's it going? I didn't realize I'd be standing so long on this shift. I'd have eaten before I came if I knew. It's almost time for the shift to change. We can go grab something together then. Alright, I want red sunset salmon in sour soup. Sour instead of sweet soup? Heresy. Sour soup is the only recipe recognized across the entire cosmos. If you don't believe me, go and ask the IPC employees. Among the joyous atmosphere, the guard from the underworld suddenly turns around and chokes up. Hey, what's wrong with you? Nothing. I was just thinking, if the lockdown had never been lifted, we'd never have a chance to talk like this. Are they in love? That's all in the past now. Oh, bromance for life, bro. bro. That's all I can think about. Every pickaxe swing will bring us closer to a brighter future. Tonk. Put your hips into it. Space anchor activated. Wait, shouldn't that have already been activated? Didn't I walk this way already? Whatever. Hello. Oh, investigate. Barrels. The most common container on construction sites. These barrels are occasionally used by workers to conceal their valuables. But, I want to investigate. You are uncertain if these barrels contain any treasures, and even if they do, are you truly intent on snatching them? Open a barrel, sure. You open the first barrel, and unsurprisingly, it is empty. Yeah, who would bother stashing something in a barrel during such a busy time? But there's more than one barrel. Open another barrel. You open the second barrel, and again, there's nothing inside. Your effort seemed destined to be fruitless. After all, how much obsession must one possess to interact with every random object they come across? How much indeed? Open the next barrel. You open the third barrel, and your perseverance is finally rewarded. You have discovered someone's treasure, a bottle of soda. Mung bean soda. Why would someone hide a bottle of soda here? The truth no longer matters now. What matters is that it is now yours. Rejoice in jubilation. The hero's efforts have finally reaped rewards. However, your ardor as a trailblazer has yet to be quenched. Who knows what other secrets await you? Last barrel. You move the lamp aside and reach for the last barrel. As you open its lid, a familiar yet strange smell assails you. It smells like trash. More precisely, a mound of frozen trash. Oh my god, 700 years old trash? Someone used this barrel as a trash can? How outrageous. But perhaps this is precisely why it appeals to you. Trash. Most common container. Repurposed as makeshift chests or stools. Ferrisman. Oh wait, you're here. Hey, if it isn't Cascade. It's been a while. Are you here to help too, Mr. Ferrisman? As you can see, the Pillars of Creation is a big project that concerns all of Bellabog. How can I just sit around doing nothing? While I may not be as tough as I was in my younger days, I've spent decades in the mines, and I'm more than capable of guiding the young uns. I have a few questions for you. Any updates about the vein detector? Oh, you mean last time, right? Bellaway came to me and said he wanted to buy my Geomarrow probe. But that was a gift from Hook, so I didn't sell it to him. Moreover, with this planet now fully accessible, Underworlders no longer need to fight over veins. That detector was an ancient relic to begin with, so let's just leave the past in the past. How is the Pillars of Creation project going? How should I put it? As you see, this machine is massive, and its composition is complicated. Even without best efforts, there's no way we can fix it in just a day or two. Plus, who knows how long we can keep up this momentum. At least now this old man can do something useful again. And that's good enough for me. Now that I've contributed to this great cause, I won't have any regrets. You look like you're in a good mood. Yeah, I thought I'd never see this blue sky again. With all the channels between the overworld and the underworld reopened, I no longer have to worry about Hook's future. That's all I've ever wanted in my life, and now it's all happening. How can I not be happy, right? How's Hook doing?
Well, she's been livelier than ever, since she's breathed in the fresh air of the overworld. Recently, she's been tinkering with the portable communicator, or something, and she has even showed me the moving pictures inside. Young people are always quick to embrace new stuff. phones. I'm planning to enroll her in a public school in Bulbok so that she can learn more and broaden her horizons. One day she will have to leave my care and become a reliable adult, something I've never dared to imagine before. I wonder what path she would take in the future. It would be great if she could make it into cadet school. All graduates from there have promising futures.
Take care.
Great. Have a safe journey.
Bonfire. Even on the coldest winter nights, people could sing and dance around it. Okay, it's not saying anything new. Dang it. I already talked to the Silvermane Guard. This is the end of the path right here. You intend to open it, but its lid is frozen shut. Yeah. Just can't afford to lose my treasure. It's exhausting and does nothing to elevate my status. I should work as an engineering director. It's nothing like that of an automaton. Structure of the giant robot. Project holds great importance. Yes, sir. This bridge is structurally unstable. Please stay clear until repairs are complete. Meaning it'll come in a future update. You can see the map right here. That's pretty nice. Alright, be right back. Alright. Let's continue. We've got to stay vigilant as project holds great significance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blah, blah, blah. Such a massive project. I wonder when we'll be able to finish it. Look at those mountains in the distance. They're not even as tall as that robot. Why is everything such a cube? It's so cubed. I have no idea how long it'll take to fix a robot that large. I wonder if I'll even get to see the day. I'm not trying to slack off. Please don't tell on me, Mimi. Seems like it. Furnish ash. One day I'll be a giant robot. One day I'll become a giant robot. What? Antonia, you're here.
Things are restless in the mines these days.
Okay, an outsider. What brings you here? Business or something personal? Are you responsible for the Pillars of Creation construction project too? Oh, you flatter me. Such an important project is naturally overseen by the Supreme Guardian. As for me, I make sure the workers are all fed and clothed. That is my greatest contribution. So she is the manager. Do you think the engine of creation can be fixed? What are your thoughts on the engine of creation? It is large, grand, and requires greater foresight than any underground construction project. It is a vessel of our hope. I've heard about what happened before, that you and the Supreme Guardian fought for this opportunity together. Naturally, we want to seize it. In order to keep the construction underway, I donated a portion of my savings to the construction team. It's the best investment I've ever made. We worked hard to make it back up to the surface. I don't want it to all be for nothing. Oh, good for you, I suppose. Investigate. Boxes.
A few wooden boxes are piled carelessly on the floor. Who knows what treasures they hold?
But I'm opening everything. Open them up. You open the crate to find a pile of parts and steel plates. It looks more like construction scrap than treasure. Oh, I see it's not just me that cares for these things. Man quietly walks up to your side. Scrap like this from the construction sites will just end up being destroyed. Such a waste. If they continue to be so wasteful with this project, it won't be long before they bust. We need to teach them how difficult it was for these materials to come by. You want to make some cash on the side? There are 3 other areas with crates on this site. You can bring the items inside to me. I'll reward you. Why would you want scrap like this? One man's trash is another's treasure. Everyone knows that. Even if it's just scrap metal that's fallen from the body of the engine of creation, it still has cultural value. Don't you think it would be better to use them as souvenirs than cast them out as scrap? When you're done collecting them, come and find me buying the equipment on the other side of the bridge. Keep your eyes peeled to make sure you're not followed. Followed? It's just scrap. Oh well, whatever. Repurpose this transistors. Thea, mobile phone expert. Wait, what? RPC travel safety manual. Hey miss, are you experiencing issues with your phone such as lagging, overheating, or system-based stoppages? I can help you upgrade your system. With just a tiny amount of credits, your phone will gain a new lease on life and its operating system will function smoother than the star rail that lines the cosmos. What kind of upgrade are we talking about? Pretend to be clueless. Star rail? It's actually about an exclusive piece of technology from my company, and I'm the only person on this planet who can access it. I can't reveal too much about it since it's exclusive. Anyway, give it a try and see for yourself. Don't worry, I won't charge you if you're not satisfied. Trying to be clueless. Star rail? It's the track on which the Astro Express runs. You must have heard of them, right? Those elusive star-seeking travelers. Rumor has it that they were the ones who brought portable communicators, known to us as phones, to this planet. But apparently they don't care about customer service at all. How irresponsible. Oh, so apparently we supplied Bellabone with phones? No, I don't think so. They already had phones, right? That's why we have the IPC out here to clean up their mess. Please help me upgrade my phone.
No problem. I already helped over 24 customers. Next, I'll access data from the other side of the galaxy and transfer it straight from the IPC's headquarters into your device.
Seem to work hard.
Yeah. Huh.
Look, done. And then what?
And then voila.
Now enjoy its ultra-smooth operating system.
Oh yeah, he just downloaded Firefox.
Just check it out. Look at its interface and these animations, and experience this perfectly designed haptic pressure sensors and tap feedback system.
What is it, Harmony OS?
Sorry. Used to work in the user experience department, so I'm a bit obsessed with these details. Well, I'm from the Astro Express.
What? You? I didn't mean to badmouth you. I'm just trying to provide more reliable warranty services for the locals. These folks take forever to even unlock their phones. Without professional guidance like mine, they'd fall prey to all sorts of sneaky auto-pay services.
Can we talk? Are you sticking around here?
Well, someone has to teach the locals how to use these phones. I've already done my best to keep the charges as low as possible. Thanks to me, the miners here are getting the hang of it. Isn't that a good thing?
How'd you solve the issues with the phones?
Well, fine, I can tell you. But this is just between us, right? Alright. As you know, all the major operating systems are developed and maintained by the IPC. To save computing power, the IPC has marked devices as discarded if their system hasn't been updated in a long time. As a result, the owners of these devices can't enjoy the latest features or optimizations. Locals may experience issues such as lagging or overheating on their phones, but it's simply because they don't know how to upgrade the system.
So you're planning to make a fortune out of this? I'll report this to Topaz.
Making a fortune out of this? Count me in? Hey, that's hardly the case at all. I swear I was telling you the truth. And to be honest, even a simple system upgrade can be an exclusive gimmick on a remote planet like this. Just please don't tell anyone. Director Topaz threw the book at those troublemakers in the underworld. Just a phone tinker who hasn't done anything to put the residents in harm's way. How about you take this thing for now? The fewer complications, the better. Just treat this as the beginning of a new friendship. Yeah.
I have some questions about the IPC. What do you make of Topaz?
Director Topaz? Well, I'm just a low-level employee and I don't really have a chance to talk with her. But according to everyone, she's sociable, loves her work, and more importantly, has a kind heart. I think she's probably the least terrible among all the 11 directors in my department.
Are there many planets indebted to the IPC?
Can't say for sure, as I don't have access to certain statistics. However, we do have a marketing development department that focuses on bringing new planets into the galactic market. Sometimes those planets will borrow startup funds from us, dreaming of becoming major players in the galaxy in an amber era or two. However, these planets bite off more than they can chew, and they often end up becoming targets for my department.
How much do you get paid?
Hey, you see, it's a trade secret.
Just spill the beans. What's so secretive about it? Yeah, just spill the beans.
Come on, I'll tell you how much I get paid. Shit all. Sorry, but just can't spill the beans on that one. It's a totally off-limits topic within IPC, and whoever breaks the rules will be fired. Fired. It's not that I'm trying to keep it from you. Go ask anyone else and they'll give you the same answer.
Are you sticking around here?
Drop by any time. Disposable shield. Working robot. Hey, robot.
Supplies.
Delivery. Work. Assistance.
Maybe I should leave it alone. Why is it not responding?
Could it be a wrong wiring connection?
Then why don't you reconnect the wires?
Because the tools aren't ready yet.
Oh, so that's why I can't use the fucking lift. God dang it.
Yeah, well, whatever. Maybe they should let me rewire it, seeing as they are so... useless. Blueprint. Now, engine creation, component improvement proposal. Give me a second. Yeah, take a swig.
Part location, leg, version 7th revision. Revisions made. 1. In order to ensure structural stability, additional giant gears have been added. Serial numbers blank and blank. For further details, see the attachment to the bottom right. The water pump that was originally used for water cooling has been removed and changed to steam absorption for heat dissipation. The waste gas exhaust pipe added to the top of the original component. The connection method is still to be discussed. 3. 2 GMR motors have been added to ensure power. Located in the base of the component. Future improvements. 1. In order to ensure that this component will not damage the power core while running, a protective cover is scheduled to be added to the GMR motor. The logistics department will need to purchase this. 2. We estimate that more GMR engines will need to be added in order to offset the extra weight caused by the protective cover. Various suggestions from others have been posted around the frame. Suggestion: could the gears be too large? Reply: large is good. Suggestion: maybe there are too many gears. Reply: more gears look better. Would the exhaust pipe obstruct movement? I don't think so. This thing doesn't look like a leg, it looks more like a chimney. Can its knees even bend? We'll add that later. Have you considered taking up mining instead? Not at the moment. Suggestion additional. No need for consideration. Someone is taking over your project tomorrow. Go and familiarize with the mining machinery. He's making a chimney. I thought making a leg. Listen.
That is precisely why your plan is pure nonsense. These requirements simply cannot be met.
Illusionists. How can I... We are discussing formal affairs. We do not need unnecessary interference.
Wait, I know this person. She's the savior of Belobog.
Oh wait, the investor I think is a woman. She's a savior of Belobog.
Oh, you're the famous Cascade.
This is perfect. Got a few things here that we just can't settle. I need your opinion. I'm sure you know the biggest challenge facing Belobog right now is repairing this engine of creation. However, none of us can seem to agree on how to move this project forward. We've all gone out different plans at the moment, and none of us can convince the others. You've been to so many places. I'm sure you must be experienced and knowledgeable. We'll listen to your insights. So we're going to put our ideas together, and you can select the plan you feel the most appropriate. Or, of course, if you have your own ideas, you can suggest them too. No one has any objections, do they? No. Let me see your plans. Alright, the first agenda item. What should the engine of creation have installed on its arms? A hand with 5 fingers. An arm with a clawed hand. A tree-felling machine gun. A mining drill. A firework cannon. Yes, a firework cannon. What is that?
I heard that in the old world, people would place flower petals into a pressurized vessel and blow them up at festivals. Then multicolored debris would dance up into the sky, like snow or stars.
That sounds quite romantic.
You think? What could that be used for?
To liven up the party at a celebration, of course. Why can't the engine of creation be a tool for recreation and fun? In times like this, hope is the most important thing to us all.
You're not entirely wrong.
Let's keep thinking. A hand with 5 fingers.
If a robot like this has 5 fingers like a human, it can hold various kinds of equipment which will allow it to be a suitable apparatus for complex tasks.
But how will the 5 fingers be operated? Surely not with a single joystick. The driver will end up going insane.
Don't forget that the IPC said that they will share their technology with us. The automatons must have solved this issue a long time ago.
Let's keep thinking. That's too practical. An arm with a clawed hand.
This kind of hand would consist of an upper and lower part, like a giant pincer. It would only be able to complete simple acts like grabbing and lifting. It would not be suited for intricate tasks.
However, you wouldn't have to read an encyclopedia-sized instruction manual to know what buttons to press to control whatever. In future reconstruction work, the number and scale of the engine creation will be of utmost importance. With this design, the pressure on training the operators will be greatly relieved. Let's keep thinking. A tree-felling machine gun. Why would we need a machine gun for tree felling?
You think sawing them down one by one is better than just using a gun?
A machine gun like this is both a weapon and a tool. With one spray of this gun, an entire forest becomes timber. Reconstruction naturally needs timber.
And where will Balabok be getting these trees from?
There will be trees here in the future. Let's keep thinking. A mining drill.
This is a spiral-shaped metal drill bit. It can be used to collect underground geomarrow and other ores, as well as dig tunnels to allow for passage through the mountains.
That's right. With this we can create more mines and railways, bring all the planet's resources straight into our hands. Whether we end up selling them to the IPC or using them ourselves, we will end up far richer than we are now.
But there will come a day when our resources are exhausted, will there not?
That's a problem for who knows when. We should worry about the present for now.
A firework cannon, definitely.
This one. I knew you saw things differently, Trailblazer. Let's prepare a celebration.
Hold on, we haven't finished discussing the plans. Let's look at the next item on the agenda. What should the engine of creation have installed on its lower body?
Caterpillar tracks.
An old and traditional design that not only allows it to perform well off-road, it can also lower the body's center of gravity to prevent rollover and backwards lean when using power. Considering the heavy labor that the engine of creation will likely be taking on, I believe that this plan is most suitable.
Let's keep thinking. 2 legs.
Considering that the engine of creation once walked on 2 legs, I think we should recreate it according to the original design. Other plans will cost extra expenses and may even lead to unforeseen problems.
Let's keep thinking. An anti-grav engine. I believe there is a fatal flaw in traditional methods of movement. They cannot overcome mountains and valleys. One thing about this planet, as an axis, is extreme terrain. As soon as it reaches an area that traditional methods of traversal are insufficient, the engine of creation will be stopped in its tracks. So I plan to let the engine of creation take to the sky. Don't tell me it cannot be done. The IPC definitely has this technology, as long as we are willing to help. Any problem can be solved. Do they really have that? Let's keep thinking.
4 legs.
I actually don't have any real thoughts about this. I just thought they would look like mini automatons with 4 legs. How cute would that be? Just want to make it look cute. A propeller. That's our entire planet is... Our entire planet is land. Why would you suggest that?
Once the ice and snow melts, Euro 6 could become an oceanic world.
I saw this on the Milry sphere before. This planet did indeed have oceans at one point in the past. Our ancestors once traveled the world on ships. I wonder when it will be our turn to do the same. Wow, you mean that you've already begun considering life hundreds of years in the future, Cascade? Are you really that forward-thinking? Why do you never praise me for being forward-thinking? This one. Indeed, we cannot be blinded by the present and not consider the future at all. Thank you, Cascade. You've made me regain my initial hopes for the Pillars of Creation project. The next item on the agenda is, what kind of auxiliary equipment should the Engine of Creations have installed on their backs? An automaton processing factory.
When that time comes, automatons will no longer need weapons. They will join in with the labor and live alongside us as not warriors but workers. If the Engines of Creations were able to take on the work of automaton assembly, we could use them as mobile bases that could provide support to mines or other production facilities at any time.
Well, if we will have Engines of Creations creating automatons by themselves, that will bring a lot of extra expenses, surely.
Let's see what Cascade decides.
Let's keep thinking. A tower crane. Thinking of the future. We'll likely need to repair more Engines of Creations in the future. I believe that the first finished product should serve as the vanguard in this. If we equip a powerful tower crane, they'll be able to assist us in repairing other machines and form a fortification team made up of Engines of Creation. What's more, Belobog cannot be our only home. Once the planet's environment has recovered, we will need to create other cities. When that time comes, an Engine of Creation equipped with a tower crane is sure to be a huge help. An energy shield. It can only be described as a masterpiece. What could bring us more relief than a shield that completely covers the entire machine? This technology has already been tested on the automaton beetles. We just need to enlarge it and equip it to the back of the Engines of Creation. Why would they need a giant shield? A good question. Because the extraterrestrial threats to our planet are already too great to be ignored. For now, it's the IPC, but what will it be next time? Even if we cannot fight back, we must be able to protect ourselves. Nah, agricultural equipment. To be more precise, a 3-part combination of a disc plow, a planter, and a watering system. If you want to reap rewards, you must first plant seeds. When the environment recovers, there is sure to be a large amount of land out there, waiting for us to cultivate. If we have this set of equipment, the Engines of Creations will be able to keep opening up new territory and expanding our borders. Every bit of earth they tread upon will become a part of Belobog. Let's keep thinking. A disco ball. I know this one. In the past, people would use them to illuminate parties. They even change color beautifully.
Parties, huh? Though the recreational needs of the people are important, do we really have a venue that would require a giant light like that?
We can rent it out to the IPC and other extraterrestrial guests. I recently came across a new concept on my phone. It's called going on tour. And doesn't hearing something like that just make your ears perk up?
This one. Connecting with the universe is a great thing. It's just... it's hard for us old folks to not feel behind the times.
Are you saying you've never been to a party before?
When I was young, all my efforts went on studying. We can save the idle chit-chat for another time.
Next, we have our final item. What fuel source should be used for the power cores? Happiness. To be frank, we have not spoken a great deal about this technology and only have 2 plans. If you have any better ideas, please do say. Geomara extract.
For a giant machine like the engine of creation, power is absolutely crucial. Geomara has been purified and liquidized, contains a great amount of energy that can meet the high power consumption of the engine of creation over a short time.
Nah, too practical. Geomara crystal kernels. Kernels? I mean popcorn? For a giant machine like the engine of creation, having power that lasts is crucial. Geomara crystals can sustain combustion for a long time, allowing them to provide endless energy to the engine of creation. The only problem is that the quantity needed will be considerable. A washed coal. What's that? Doesn't sound like something that could power an engine of creation. Straight up not. Not considered. Love.
Love is energy, a source of energy?
Don't underestimate this suggestion. I've heard a saying before. Love is the greatest power in the universe. It can transcend time and space. Perhaps it is a power that comes from a certain aeon.
This one. I can't believe you get to pick this one and not washed coal. Using the most powerful source of energy to power the engine of creation. That sounds logical. Although, how are we supposed to harness this energy? Well, let's go and ask the Supreme Guardian later. Alright, discussions on all the engine of creation proposals are complete. And we have finally found a plan. Although, this project will rely heavily on the IPC, so the 4 of us will have no right to make the final decisions. I'll hand these over to Director Topaz. Thank you for overseeing the discussion today. Oh no. It's a shame that we have nothing of value on the site. Take these as our thanks. Topaz. Oh no. Off-site. Call if important, otherwise text. Cascade, I received a proposal for the engine of creation. It says you are part of the drafting team. Do you know anything about it? I don't know. I got no clue. I don't know. I don't know. Never heard of him. Don't ask me. Right. Thank goodness you had nothing to do with it. I took a look at the proposal. I think it's a little ridiculous. I find it hard to comprehend the mental state of the person who drafted it. Please relay the message to them and tell them to learn more and think harder. I've already dispatched employees to provide guidance. Okay. Legs are just for show anyway. It's the proposal. Firework cannon, propellers, disco ball, love. This proposal is to be used as a reference. It does not represent the final standards for construction. Proposal by John, Teresa, Larson, Kylie, and Cascade. If I was to formulate, let's go investigate. John, Teresa, Larson, Kylie. Makes sense. I feel like the manager is John, is Teresa. Larson or Kylie? I think you're Kylie. I think you're Larson. I know. What do you think the order should be? Anyway, moving on. So, yeah. For such a new area, it's very small. Very, very, very small. All weapon testing ground. Technically, you have not been inside it. Oh.
I'll challenge you, Gramps.
Alright. What the hell? It's a huge machine.
My chubby is invincible.
Ah, yes, this Aetherium Wars, of course. Please follow the rules. Generator. This mechanism energy hub transforms geomarrow into electricity, thus providing power for the entire venue. It is the tireless efforts of the staff that enable players to enjoy thrilling battles and wanton merriment. I do love wontons. Oh. What are you guys doing? Nice. Betty. Aetherium War. You know what? I think it's too early to do Aetherium War. So what I might do is I'll leave it for later. This observation deck is probably the best spot in the venue. Here you can get awesome views, and the best part is, it's totally free.
Welcome to the festival arena. If you require any assistance, please ask.
Sister, where's that ether spirit?
Foxian? Oh, wait a minute.
It's Illumination Dragonfish from the Lawfu. Oh, I get it. So, what is an Illumination Dragonfish?
Well, it's a fish-shaped ingenium that looks like a lantern. Or is it a lantern-shaped ingenium that looks like a fish? Both. I hear treasure. You cannot escape me. Yeah. Take this too. Scraps. It's not surprising to see discarded piles in this abandoned testing ground. Wait, didn't the guy say that I should grab some scraps and go talk to him? Let's go Aetherium War. Nope. Pillars of Creation. It's on the other side of the brick. Does he mean here? Or does he actually mean the other side of this bridge? Large Frisian trash can. Yeah. Huge trash can buffet by the crest of wind and snow appears surprisingly clean. Oh, here's the scrap. A few wooden boxes are piled carelessly on the floor. Looks like there's the second scrap point. Take the items inside. You open this crate to find a messy pile of signal lights and metal casings. A few wooden boxes are piled carelessly on the floor. Looks like there's the third scrap point. Take the items inside, you open the crate to find scattered iron scaffolds and screws. The number of materials needed for the Pillars of Creation project really is immense. Even scrap like this takes up multiple boxes.
Yes.
A few wooden boxes are piled carelessly on the floor. Looks like there's the last scrap point. Take the items inside. You open the crate to find slightly rusted bearings and steel bars. Their quality may be a little off, but they're not unusable. I'm sure Benjamin will find a new use for them. Uh-oh.
Cascade, you there? Recently, a batch of scraps that don't meet the construction standards have been filtered out at the Pillars of Creation. The staff casually piled these scraps aside for the sake of convenience, but they all disappeared, some suspecting misappropriation. It wouldn't have been a big deal if those scraps aren't that low quality. It'd be bad if someone used it to build a house. If you have any clues, come find me at the worksite. What? Will do.
Ah, there she is. Look at her, standing there like a boss. Hey, Peeler.
Ah, Cascade. Have you got any new clues?
About the pillars of creation construction materials. Not yet.
Yes, I'm listening. It was actually me that stole them. I know who the culprit is.
Yeah, I'm throwing him under the bus.
You do? Tell me.
You told Palin what Benjamin asked you to do.
At least that guy isn't planning to use those materials for anything crazy. It was a false alarm. To be on the safe side, please hand over the scrap materials to us for now.
It's fine though.
What do you plan on doing with this scrap? We will burn down and recycle the scrap in accordance with the IPC's Environmental Protection Code. Then they will likely be used to make things like railings and street lamps. This scrap is yours. I need some more time to think. Very well. You have the right to decide.
Is Benjamin around here that I can get some money off of? It's not this guy, is it? Oh well, whatever. Ah, here he is. Benjamin!
Well,
did you bring me the items?
I did.
Great, great. Oh, thank you. I just knew the great and celebrated Cascade wouldn't let me down.
What are you planning to do with these items?
I read the book on entrepreneurship that the IPC published. It says that everyone has a right to chase their dreams. When I was young, my family was poor and my parents had no money to buy me toys. Since I've grown up, I've always wanted to own a toy store and supply high-quality, cheap toys to children. So I'm planning to use these materials to craft toy automatons and help Belbog in what little way I can. Now the lockdown has been lifted, I'll be giving them to the children of the underworld. Well, I was not building a house with it, so I suppose it's fine.
This scrap is yours.
Here's your payment. Take it. We will not see each other again for a while. The factories are busiest when they are first built. Benjamin leaves happily with his goods. Steel and toys. I wonder if Pele is still there. Probably not, right? Oh. Too bad no street lamps and railings. It's not like, you know, people are gonna fall over anyway. It's invisible walls, man. You can't fall off this. And street lamps? Who needs street lamps anyway? Yeah. Anyway. Oh, would you look at this? I did everything. Alright, Aetherium Wars next time. I'm pretty sure that's not what I selected. Dispatch assignments, I can do that. Trailblaze Power, I can do that. So for now, I think I'm just gonna read some shite in the Palaka. And maybe for Aetherium Wars, I might wait. Oh, we got a return letter. Hey, Miko.
Oh, back so soon?
Alright, whatever. Note left by Lucha. Dear Nameless, having to deliver this letter instead of bidding you farewell in person on the express leaves me with a sense of regret. I've heard of your noble deeds in the Shinto Lofu, and had the pleasure of getting to know such intriguing a friend as Dan Heng. This journey through the meandering Shinto has allowed each of us, including those on the Astro Express, to find what we were seeking. A remarkable and fulfilling conclusion
That is truly incredible. Now I must continue on to the next station of my destiny. In accordance with the customs of my homeland, it is customary to leave behind some tokens at the places one visits as a way to express gratitude to those who have aided in stepping onto unfamiliar ground and to wish for smooth travels ahead. Thus, enclosed with this letter is a small token of appreciation. Please accept it with my sincere regards. May our paths cross once more in the future. Warmest regards, Lorcha.
5 grain jade elixir? Not mung bean soda. Should I tell him about the letter? Walt.
Ah, you're back.
Oh, there's nothing. Alright, moving on. Alright, I collected a bunch of books over in Bellamabog. Not Herta. Bellamabog. 3 books. Oh boy. Alright, IPC Travel Safety Manual. The Interastral Peace Corporation's safety instructions for its shuttles. A number of strict rules have been outlined. Okay, it's not actually that long, so that's good. Passenger Safety Notice. Dearest passengers, thank you for choosing Interastral Peace Starways. For your personal safety, please be aware of and follow the following guidelines during your trip. 1. This shuttle device is developed and maintained by the Interastral Peace Corporation. All relevant technologies are commercially classified. Precise details of the travel process are not to be exposed to outside parties. Final right to interpretation of this clause belongs to the Technology Department. 2. Safety device parameters for this shuttle are extremely high, and 0 critical accidents have been recorded since the official launch of this service. Please ignore false accusations posted on the Interastral Network that have been written to smear the company's reputation. The IPC has the right to pursue action against any who publish rumors or accusations without permission, in accordance with the Interstellar Reputation Protection Law. Wow. They need permission? 3. This shuttle is not equipped with seating. Should you feel turbulence or dizziness during your journey, please hold on to the handrail and lower yourself to the ground. Please do not disturb members of the staff due to slight feelings of discomfort. If you have any questions, please refer to the disclaimer that you signed prior to boarding. There's no seats? Are you serious? Why are there no seats? 4. Due to special technology utilized in this service, the shuttle is not equipped with toilets or smoking rooms. There is also no food service. Please see to your own personal needs before your journey and refrain from drinking or eating for the duration. Wait, what? Okay, so how long are these flights usually? It's like, oh, they take about 8 hours. You can't sit, you can't sleep, you can't do shit. 5. Please do not open the escape door at the rear of the cockpit unless absolutely necessary. In case of emergency, the operator will be responsible for the opening of the emergency escape. Please follow staff instructions in a timely manner and actively follow the evacuation procedures. When evacuating, please abandon all personal belongings. Employees of Interastral Peace Starways are all equipped with a standard work uniform. If there are suspicious characters wearing alternative uniforms and impersonating employees, please do not listen to their instructions and make sure to inform a member of staff immediately. What a shitty ship. Code of Conduct for Expatriate Employees, Euro 6 edition. Behavioral guidelines proposed by Topaz to employees to maintain the external image of the Venture Capital Department. At the request of Director Topaz, this department is launching a code of conduct for expatriate employees, Eurilo 6th edition, hereinafter referred to as the Eurilo 6 Employee Guidelines, as of today. It is our hope that all internal and outsourced employees are able to maintain self-control and abide by company principles during their period of external deployment. We hope that they shall maintain the professional, efficient, and amiable reputation of the Strategic Investment Department. SID. Below are the specific items found in the Rule of 6 Employee Guidelines. 1. Employees on external assignments must abide by laws and regulations of local authorities while on placement. 2. The work of employees on external assignments will not serve as a reason to disturb the daily life or working commute of local citizens. 3. Employees on external assignments may not participate in, disturb, or influence the work of local law enforcement teams, including but not limited to the Civil Main Guards, Wildfire, the Moles, etc. The Moles. In any capacity. When necessary, IPC workers should actively cooperate with local law enforcement teams to help carry out their work, especially the Moles. Time to play rock, paper, scissors, and time to play hide and seek. 4. Employees on external assignments must never accept gifts or bribes from local citizens for any reason. 5. Employees on external assignments must not damage local ecological environments or public property for any reason. 6. Employees on external assignments are not permitted to conduct employee recruitment or internal referral without obtaining permission from the HR department. 7. If work should include negotiation with or obtaining permission from local authorities, the department director must be notified and approval must be obtained before the project can be officially launched. The following items were personally added by Director Topaz. 8. To reiterate, the Eurilo 6 reconstruction project was originally established to help local citizens expedite the reconstruction of their homes and provide technical and instrumental support to achieve this goal. 9. Employees on external assignments must fully assist and cooperate with Eurilo 6 citizens in the restoration of the engine of creation. When necessary, technical support can be provided by the Strategic Investment Department, free of charge. 10. Employees on external assignment are obliged to pay for local accommodation, food, and public transportation at a rate of 1.5 times market price. 1.5 times? Dang! These expenses will be viewed as travel expenses and will be uniformly refunded by the department. Oh, okay, that'll be fine. 11. When on external assignment, all weapons and combat equipment carried on your persons should be handed over to local authorities for safekeeping. 12. When necessary, employees on external assignments are obliged to explain the plans and targets for the Strategic Investment Department's work in Eurilo 6 to local citizens in detail. This concludes all content of the Code of Conduct for Expatriate Employees, Eurilo 6 edition. We hope that all department employees will meet the expectations of Director Topaz and strictly abide by the rules and regulations within. We would like to wish all of you a joyous and safe time in your external postings. Please always remember the Strategic Investment Department slogan, your venture without protection. Okay, Furnace Ash Tabloid Part 1, an underground publication written by an anonymous non-official writer. It offers a rather pointed commentary on social issues. In recent days, I have noticed concerning phenomena about Miners Weekly, namely that articles are overly bureaucratic and no longer relatable to the working man. I fear that it may have fallen to shield bribes offered by Clippath Fort. In order to ensure that our workforce receives comprehensive and objective information from every source, I have specifically created this tabloid to openly discuss recent major events. Updates will be monthly but irregular. Topic for this publication regarding the IPC aid arrangements. One thing that cannot be denied is that without the aid of the IPC, Balabag would be unable to rebuild independently. Well, yes. This I am sure no one will deny. However, at the same time, the importance of the IPC has been greatly exaggerated. Some people even see them as saviors that have descended from the heavens, as if these people dressed in black are helping us as a form of charity. Here I would like to rectify this misunderstanding. At the time of publication, the IPC has indeed provided services without charge, but that does not mean they are not benefiting from the situation. Order is the greatest asset, as the holder of order can easily obtain as much as they please. A king can receive the finest food without farming the land, yet the farmers must work to maintain this relationship, since their work can only be remunerated when social order is upheld. The desire to rule over all is often disguised as a selfless intention to save the people. Since we have connected to the universal market, we will inevitably be molded by the order proposed by the IPC and spend our lives chasing credits for our accounts. As time goes on, we may well have to hollow out every ounce of ore in the ground and bleed our bodies dry, just so that certain areas can achieve the high life shown to us in our mobile phones. We cannot allow ourselves to become complacent in gratitude and frivolity. We must remain alert and awake. On the other hand, the IPC are outsiders. In their eyes, Eurolo 6 is just an average little planet. No different to every little twinkling star in the sky. However, for us, it is our one and only home. If we become too reliant on the IPC, Belobog will become like a child being led by the hand. Though we feel like we can run and jump, and their guiding hand is taken away, we'll soon realize how weak our legs truly are. We cannot allow this flow of aid to grow and become a mighty river that will drown our future generations. Though there still remains a great distance between Eurolo 6 and the outside world, this distance can yet be bridged. If we wish to become a respected member of the cosmos, we must forge our own path and not become a vassal of another. Fellow workers, go forth and learn. Let us emulate these outsiders and go in search of all that can bring us benefit. This is the only way that our descendants will ever be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with other planets, instead of suffering in silence, lost in the undertow. Good dang. I'm pretty sure I got a book. Oh well, whatever. Guess I didn't get a book. Let's go to the data bank and read some more relics. Alright, what am I up to? I'm pretty sure we're genius. It's a band of sizzling thunder, an eagle of Twilight Lane. Alright, let's do this. Band of sizzling thunder. Band's polarized sunglasses. A pair of classic sunglasses worn by one of the lead singers, Yanis, whose chrome lenses reflect a blue hue. Band's touring bracelet. Bassist Sid's bracelet, woven from silk wristbands from tours. Several lines of lyrics are written on it. Band's leather jacket with studs. David, one of the band's lead singers, drew a white star on the back of this leather jacket and made it the cover of the band's final album. Band's ankle boots with rivets. Drummer Bonham's ankle boots. The dark leather surface glued with rivets, reflecting the stage lights. The star's lifespan was plunging. Residents of Emerald 3 fled their home planet before the red giant exploded. Faced with a future of no escape, the elites took away hope, feigning ignorance to cries of desperation. I need another swig. Yanis's parents paid a massive amount of credits to board the ship, helplessly praying for an interstellar salvation. The explosion of the red giant would destroy the planet, and it would collapse into a white dwarf. Before the arrival of the imminent doom, escape was the only option. Ines, the Doctor of Chaos, however, decided to try her best to face the annihilation of her home system head-on, attempting to prove that the existence of her home would never perish. Doctor of Chaos. As the dying sun burnt brighter, Ines took her mother's sunglasses and returned to the home planet with like-minded youngsters. Only cowards flee while shouting the name of the Redeemer, cited from the cheap Salvation. The hit of Sizzling Thunder's first album, Ines reworded her angry words during her dispute with her parents into lyrics. Okay. Sizzling thunder from Emerald 3 quickly emblazed the whole planet's enthusiasm with several hits, marking the beginning of their concert tour, with the dazzling sparkles of electrifying thunder when Dave, the rhythm guitarist, fiercely struck chords, which coincidentally was also worshipped by hordes of their music fans as the only light in their lives. In every concert tour the band had, there would be fans keeping order voluntarily and handing out wristbands to everyone upon entering the concert grounds. Most of these fans could not afford the costly fees for an escape, so accepting their fate and waiting for the electromagnetic burst to arrive was their only option. Ever since witnessing the return of these rebellious youths to the planet, they had felt in their bones that their souls were ignited at this very moment. Onto these wristbands they wrote their lyrics, their showtime, as well as the band's unvoiced scream. Sid, the bassist, collected the wristbands for every tour. His girlfriend wove them into a bracelet, which Sid then wore all the time. There's no meaning, no direction, nowhere else to go, and no future for us. From Our Way, a single from Sizzling Thunder's second album and Sid's life credo. There is no way. The rock and roll of Sizzling Thunder resounded through the planetary system, attracting involuntarily displaced youngsters to return to the crumbling Emerald 3. Lead guitarist Jimmy brought the band underground. There they sang about the tragedy of planetary destruction, which echoed throughout the entire universe. David printed the back of his leather jacket with a white star. Or, more accurately, the white dwarf their star would become after the collapse. This would be their star's proof of existence. Those who left the planetary system and those who stayed behind all listened to that thunder like rock and roll and brandished the same striking symbol. Despite ceasing to exist, their presence has been remixed into the music and carved into eternity. We'll burn with our life, because the White Star needs a spark to ignite. From White Star, a single from Sizzling Thunder's final album of the same name, David wrote both the lyrics and the music. Sizzling Thunder may have changed people's attitude toward finality, but they could not change their destiny. Desolation and despair were all that lay on the surface of that doomed on the doomed planet. In the era of scarce resources, the band made all their albums out of discarded X-ray films. X-ray films? Before the long night of Emerald 3, the temperature on the planet's surface had plunged. The once unbearable air cooled down quite a bit as people walked out of their underground shelter and set out for the place where the band was putting on a show. At the final concert of their Thunderclap tour, the restless air filled with the warning signs of electromagnetic storms, and lightning was conducted through the metal scaffolding to the stage. Sparks leaped under Bonham's boots. The entire band merged with thunder and lightning. After the encore, a huge ball of lightning engulfed the stage and announced the end of Sizzling Thunder's show. After the night of their twilight show, Sizzling Thunder came to a permanent end, just like in their lyrics. Thunderclaps drown out our voice. Lightning runs through our veins. We'll perish with our music and our star. From Song of Sizzling Thunder, a single from Sizzling Thunder's final album, Bonham's masterpiece. Alright, Eagle of Twilight Lane. Eagle's beaked helmet, an aerodynamic helmet used in high-speed flights, is shaped like the beak of a skyfish eagle. Eagle's soaring ring. The ring worn by an outstanding skyfisher master, with a pair of skyfish eagle's wings holding tight the wearer's finger. Eagle's winged suit harness. A belt harness that connects the wingsuit with the metal supports embedded in thick linen, soft and tight-fitting. Eagle's quilted puttees. Puttees, or putties, probably putties, to keep the legs warm during flights, decorated with the skyfish eagle's bristle feathers. Now, every day at dawn, Salsotto's skyfishers. Ah, inert Salsotto. It's the planet that stopped moving. So, you will have these two cities. And they'll just keep moving around inert Salsotto. So he's part of the two cities. Salsotto's skyfishers would depart from the moving city's skyport, soaring in the air with their winged suits, hunting for phlogiston jellyfish that flew out of the sand. Phlogiston, an essential component of the phase flame, was the blood of the colossal moving city. Phlogiston must be sufficiently captured and gathered to ensure that the whole city could always stay ahead before the twilight zone that divided day and night. If any skyfishers died from exhaustion or were attacked by giant birds, Salsottians would spare no effort in bringing back their remains and would bury their winged suits and eagle helmets with them in the dark land. According to the traditional Salsottian rituals, landing equals death and is a symbol of the eternal rest. The flight must never stop, just like how the city must never stop moving. This eagle helmet has a short condolence message carved on its beak. Landing is not the eagle's shackle, wings are, because of which you have to fly. Only the most skilled, respected, and reliable skyfisher captains would receive a soaring ring. They blew their fishing whistles in the sky and seamlessly coordinated with one another, like they were the most sharp-eyed hunting eagles. For the duration of each flight, each team member was lonely and vulnerable. All they could rely on were the 124 types of whistles that could be performed by the team captain. Hence, there had long been a saying in Salsotto: skyfishers entrusted 1/3 of their lives to the rigorously developed technology, 1/3 of their ingeniously refined equipment, and 1/3 to the reliable lead skyfisher captain. Being asked by so many families to take care of their skyfisher children, the team captain constantly felt the burden of this little ring he wore. The soaring ring's etching was mottled with one word engraved on the inner side of the ring: responsibility. It was no easy feat for Salsoto's skyfishers to entrap and hunt phlogiston jellyfish that flew out of the sand. During turbulent flights, the seemingly tender and soft safety harness was the thread of life for a skyfisher. Hunting phlogiston jellyfish was never easy. From trick moves to intense chasing, from precise blocking to the final capturing act, one wrong move in any one of these links in the chain could mean mortal danger. It was customary for a young skyfisher to get one strand of hair from each parent and weave them into the harness with metal supports, while a married one should get one from their spouse. In this manner, the harness would be blessed by the power of home and ensure that the skyfisher always returned safely. Well, that just screams death flags to me. In this cruel world, we all fought hard for survival. Home was the only place that could offer comfort and support for a skyfisher. The hair inside the harness was still intact, with a faint white at the root. It came from a female. Mother, probably. Eagles quilted putties. Hunting phlogiston jellyfish was a long survival game for skyfishers from Salsoto. Legs being far from the heart, can only maintain their temperature when tightly strapped in fluffy feather putties. Only at the end of the long and highly stressful hunt when an exhausted skyfisher begin to feel pain and fatigue. For those unprepared, it would be too late to discover there's partial necrosis caused by severe frostbite. Therefore, skyfishers would check if they had tightened their putties many times before taking off. After all, they wouldn't get another chance to do so in high-speed flight. They knew that the wind would take away as they stepped into the sky. Traces of lime powder and aluminium powder were found in the metal shell embedded in the putty, which seemed to be a means of emergency heating. Yes. Oh well, that has to be all for today. Next time will be Thief of Shooting Meteor, Wastelander of Banditry Desert, and the time after that is Longevous Disciple and Messenger Traversing Hackerspace. But, next time we're gonna do Ethereum Wars. Ethereum Wars, we'll see how long it goes. And if it goes for pretty short, and we can get two of these artifacts down, then we'll go and talk to all the NPCs. I mean, not the NPCs, the characters. Like Fushuan, Jingyuan, Yanqing, all of them. Alright. I'll talk to you guys later. Yes. Anyways, beach.